The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe. This is the United Podcast Network.
If you're building or buying or selling a home, the Real Estate Crew's got news for you at the Real Estate House Party.
With attorney Rick Carter,
Real Estate House Party.
paralegal Kathy Holtshouser,
Real Estate House Party. Come in, have fun.
and comedian Tony V. Now, here's real estate attorney Rick Carter.
Ooh, I'm at. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Oh my God, I didn't think we were going to make it. Cheers.
Happy holidays.
Thanks
you
for the
guys.
vodka.
Cheers, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Yeah, let's just tell people there's water in this so they can really
Yes,
think
let's
that
not get in trouble.
let's not get in trouble.
Cheers,
Thank
Rick.
you.
Cheers,
Water
everybody.
is
Cheers, everyone.
delicious.
Health and happiness.
Welcome to our family and friends edition of Real Estate House Party. We thought we'd bring Bob Gillespie on.
Lance Boyle,
Lance Boyle.
my stage name.
Okay, Lance, it's
Lance
so nice
Boyle.
to see you.
Kathy, the paralegal extraordinaire. That's her stage name.
She is fantastic.
She is fantastic.
Yeah, not today, I'm not, apparently.
Ooh, we had Rick Nazzaro call in today, and that didn't
Hey,
go
everybody.
over well.
Ugh, you're killing me.
Rick Nazzaro has
Why
a closing
so late?
come up. So Rick has a couple closings with us. We might as well get right off the bat because we got some tension in this room. We
Yeah,
got
I
some
can
tension.
cut it with a knife. Right
He
here.
has to
cut
leave
it-
for the cape.
cut it
He
with a
has to
knife.
leave
She
for
brought the
cape.
knife.
I brought the knife,
I'm not worried about cutting
and
the
I'm
tension.
not afraid to use it.
Trust me.
Keep
She's
it
right.
above the table. Above the
I love
table.
you.
I love you too.
It's
Kat.
all in fun. It's
And
all in
you know
fun.
what's funny? The more I drink, the more I love you too. It's just
That happens. That does
really,
happen.
on my third one, I'll just be like, I
I
love
know,
her.
I
So
know.
she's a 10 at 2? Is that what you're saying?
That is just so rude. That is just so rude.
That's, I have a
she's
niece.
a 10 any
who-
time of the
That's
day.
her favorite expression. She goes, Uncle, you are so rude.
My kids used to go,
right.
how rude to everything I said.
right.
It's like, whatever.
We have a birthday for one of my kids today.
Yeah,
We're gonna
happy
wish
birthday.
Renee
Oh,
Carter a
yes.
happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday, Renee.
Happy birthday.
Wait, cheers to Renee Carter.
Oh,
We're cheering everything today.
Happy birthday, Renee.
Happy
Carter.
birthday. And cheers, cheers.
29 again, right, Renee?
Let's see. I'm having a birthday coming up. Cheers.
Oh, Rick Carter, happy
Cheers,
birthday.
cheers,
You're pushing it.
cheers,
It's not
cheers.
even, you're not even. I'm
Cheers.
having a birthday coming up, too.
Cheers,
in a couple of
cheers,
months.
cheers.
I had a birthday in October.
Cheers, cheers.
All right, stop the
All right,
silliness.
Stop the
Okay.
silliness.
Before we turn into Ed McMahon.
All right.
Too late for that. Too late for that. Should we talk about Thanksgiving etiquette, or should we talk about what's out there in the industry, in the real estate world, with you two gods of the real estate community? 30 years in the business. How long when did you start, Bob Gillespie?
93.
93.
That makes sense.
93.
With the same company, North Atlantic.
Right.
Wow.
You haven't moved too far. Yeah.
I'm loyal as a Labrador Retriever.
You
I
really
know.
are. You
I
really
know.
are. That's what we've always liked about you, Lance.
Until
take
your
a hell of a
computer
beat.
crashes and you don't have any security and you have no way to communicate
I
with the
fight
outside world.
technology. I think that
So technology-
it's just a fad. This
So we got
email thing.
It'll pass.
Yeah.
It will pass.
Okay, Lance.
You know, every now and then I slip and I say, I'll fax you the paperwork. And usually on the other end,
laughter.
the younger broker says, why not just chisel it in a rock, Rick? And, throw it over. I'm like, oh, all right.
They have no idea how hard we worked to get something done with no technology.
I used to get gas every 20 minutes. I would drive to your office, to the broker's office, to the seller's house, back to your office, to the broker.
Rick still does get gas every
You ever
20
been to the
minutes.
Lawrence Registry of Deeds?
No.
Nobody's going to be there on Monday.
No, I'm not. No.
Oh, no.
Remember your friend Pat DiPietro?
Yes.
From Gem Mortgage?
Yes.
This is how she was at Century Bank at the time.
Yeah.
And she says, in order for you to get on our bank list, you have to have a fax machine. That's how long ago.
So we got a fax machine, and
Yeah,
it was
had
it
the
was
scrolling.
the light of my life. That thing. You'd come in the morning after
looked
the
like the
weekend,
monks with
and
all
there would
the-
be like scrolls of paper all over the floor, and then you'd have to put it all together.
But
and be
yet
like,
it was still better than not having it.
Oh, we had to have it.
well,
when you
most
think
times
back.
we just ran out of
scrolling paper.
No toner.
Toner.
Yeah, but isn't it safer now to use emails than the computer? Like when somebody wants wiring instructions
Well,
and wire
email, you
stuff,
have
you
to
tell them
send-
email it. Don't text it. Don't put it
No,
in
I
your
don't even want it
computer,
on an
fax it.
email. We don't even want it on an email. We
Yeah.
want it verbally.
Right, because
And
I
you have
remember
to-
Rick saying just fax it. It's probably the safest way to send it.
Well,
Well,
even a
now
fax.
they've circumvented that.
Yeah,
now,
even
too.
the fax isn't as
The only
safe.
way is in person now.
Yeah. We
Really.
say bring it to the closing or give it to us over the phone because when you know who you're speaking
I have a
with.
guy today who said, I'm changing my wiring instructions. Can I drop them off at your office? I said, well, I'm doing a podcast. I won't be there till 3 maybe. He says, I might drop it off at 2:30. And I'm thinking, what if it's not really the guy?
I know.
So
You're
I
going to have
said,
to
you wait
identify.
till I
you have to-
get there.
That's interesting.
Right.
Yeah, so I really
and
told
you
him,
have
I
to
said-
ask for his ID, right? Do you know?
Well,
do you
I know
that?
him. If I see him in person, I'll be fine. But it was, now I'm suspicious of everything.
Right.
I guess
We discourage wiring. If we're talking about stuff, we have been discouraging wiring. We had or having a situation that's been going on for well over 30 days, where the beneficiary, the person we were wiring to, had just opened up an account for their dad, like in a trust account, and we sent it through, and their bank stopped it and put it on hold and said, "This, I think, is fraudulent."
So Kathy calls me up and says, we got a call from the wire fraud department. So I'm freaking out. I'm thinking we don't have the
We
right
didn't do
person.
anything wrong,
Right.
'cause
But the way they
was
said
it because it was a new account?
Yes. That triggers somebody in the fraud department to think they just opened up an account yesterday and now they're getting $150,000
Right.
today. What the heck is going on? So that's a good tip for people. If you are expecting a wire from a closing, it should be an established account.
Right.
So we're trying not to wire unless it's mandatory.
Interesting.
What do you do
So-
for? You don't get wires for your
For
deposits.
maybe once, very rarely does that come up because generally the buyers are local to
Reading.
to where we're selling them their
Right,
house.
right.
Yeah, we're Reading.
The only town, right?
So they tend to, but every now and then, if it's a relocation person, they'll be here to look at the house, but then maybe they go
Yeah.
back.
Ever
and-
been involved in this scam? And I read it all the time. I just have never met a broker that's run into this where out of country buyer supposedly, has sent a check for X amount of dollars, but says, all right, that was too much of a deposit. Can you wire the $5,000 extra back to me? Have you ever heard of a broker?
No.
Because I don't know. Yeah.
No, that's like getting X cash at Market Basket with the credit card. They shouldn't do that either. Maybe that's a fraudulent credit card.
Right.
We had our shredder company guy got.
Oh, this
got
poor
bagged.
guy. So he was trying to sell a car, and the guy said, "I'm going to buy your car from you. I'm going to send you the money. I'm going to have my."
You're losing your Boston accent.
Can you just stay on topic, please?
Core.
So he said, "I'm going to have my assistant send you a check because I'm out of state right now," and then he sends it, and the guy calls him back and he goes, I thought sent a $3,500 check." And the seller calls back and says, "Oh, you sent me too much money. It's just $3,000." And he goes, "Oh, just wire the money back, or send me a check back." So, but the guy went in and got the guy a check or a bank check or whatever, mailed it back to him, and then 7 days later, the other guy's check was fraudulent.
Right.
Because it's not immediate. Like the bank doesn't know it's a fraudulent check.
How about?
Have to be careful. I mean, not really. You just don't.
The apartments are.
Well, you just can't trust anyone.
Yeah.
That's kind of my.
We haven't had a scam podcast in a while, but this seems like where we're headed.
Mm-hmm.
The other big one now, which is happening, is the apartments. So, supposed landlord renting out his apartment.
First and last month security.
Yeah.
71st month's last, because a lot
And
of
you
people
go to move in, and there's somebody
right,
in there going,
especially
"Who are
in this
you?"
area.
Or there's no. It's not even
Right.
his house.
Yeah,
So-
it's not even his house. And he's rented out to 5-6 different people, and college kids are coming across the country. They don't know.
Right.
So
And it happens with Airbnbs too.
Yep.
So you might be setting this guy up perfect. He wants to give you instructions, and you're not even going to be there to see him.
No, I said you wait
if
till
he
I
can
get
do
there.
it once, you might get $400,000.
Yeah, but you thought, wait for me to be there.
I told
Well,
him.
we've gotten emails from other attorneys' offices saying, "Hey, if you, we want a wire instead of a check." And I'm thinking, well, the closing already happened. Do you know what I mean? So then I call the closing, the seller's attorney and say, well, we gave you a check. What are you talking about? And she said, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, so it looks like it comes from an attorney's office, but then if you look really closely at the email address, it's not. It'll say like Kathy Holtshouser, but then it'll be like, some weird email. They're able to mimic my name, but not my email address.
So one attorney we got it from, her name, I won't give her a full name, but Karen V, and the email that came to us was Karen W, but everything else was exactly the same.
Right.
Yeah. So,
And then they changed their phone number at the bottom, so if you try to call Karen V or Karen W, it doesn't go through, and then you get frustrated, and they're hoping that you just go wire the money out.
and the latest trick they're doing is with routing numbers. So, there's two numbers we asked for, obviously, the account number and the routing number. So now the slick ones are going out there and actually opening up an account at the same bank. They'll find out what bank that they've circumvented, got the information on, like a Bank of America. So they open up another account at Bank of America. So the routing number is the exact same one too. So it's one less step that they have to do.
Oh, and then the account number is wrong.
The account number is different.
Okay.
Yeah. So
This is why I fight technology.
Rick, who would be?
I know. I still go through stamps. Pay everything with stamps on the
Yeah,
letter.
I do
I
that
don't pay
too.
anything online. I don't put a credit card online ever.
Right. Yeah, then you're smart.
are we supposed
No,
to be
it's my
Windows
wife.
10 since we're like a public service announcements today?
Well, we have to switch to Windows 10
For
by
security reasons?
January 20th, I think is 22nd or one of those dates. But if you guys don't have Windows 10, you need to, because you have security issues after January 20th. Your company just went through it, right?
Yep, with Windows 7, and it's time to just rip it all out and go Windows 10
Right.
right away.
Kathy, you better hurry. It's January 14th.
Oh, all right. Thank you. Thank you. I knew it was January something.
You don't have forever yet.
Boy, that was quick.
Well, he's the only one without a martini, so we'll take his word.
He's the only one who knows technology.
Yeah,
of all
yeah.
of us.
Speaking of a martini, I need another
Designated
sip.
driver.
All right. Excuse the pause, audience.
right.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers to the.
Happy holidays.
What is that,
once
Belvedere?
again.
All right,
Is
so
that
let's-
Belvedere?
Yeah, you like
What
it?
other scams you got? Since we'll
No,
get.
I thought we were going to talk
No.
about your stupid.
Oh well, with that introduction.
Wow.
Now there is an introduction.
With
It's
that
like Frank and
introduction,
Marie Barone.
Your stupid.
You have no
whatever these
idea.
are, suggestions to these people. This is number one.
What's the
for
husband's name? Pete. What is it?
Frank.
Frank.
Rick.
Yeah. You take the knife.
I have another one where that came from.
No, her worst is the voodoo dolls, and that is true.
With the pins?
Yeah.
She'll do it.
In a bag of chicken
She'll do it.
bones.
Yeah. Oh, the chicken bones.
My arm's been killing me
That
for a
building
month.
It
blew
don't
up.
work without the chicken bones.
She knows that. My
know.
arm's been killing me for about a month.
So,
Am I right?
so Rick.
But there's a chicken walking around with no bones. That much we know.
No, the chicken's dead. The chicken is dead.
That's part of her process. She's
This
a
is-
black witch. Are you a
this is
black
what-
witch or not?
This is what
Admit
Rick,
it.
Rick
Admit it.
writes. Number one, RSVP. Let your host know right away if you can or cannot come.
That's very
Why, do you have a
important.
problem? Like, people haven't said if they're coming to your house or not?
I need someone to RSVP to
People
me.
start drinking real early on that day. And most of them aren't even real whiskey drinkers.
legitimate.
But they start at 9. They might not make it.
So you got to
I've
RSVP.
had family that just right in the
Doesn't your
masticating.
family RSVP?
If you're a
Face prints.
codependent or enabler, that would be okay. You can handle
All
it.
right, so
'cause
let's
know
say
3
you
or 4
accept,
people.
you get there. Now, what's the next thing Rick thinks
You
we
need
should
to
do?
offer to contribute to the meal, but don't dictate the menu.
I like
He's
that.
like Eloise. What is this?
What? It's very important.
I don't know the last time Rick has ever RSVP'd to anything.
No, that's number 3. Go ahead. Dress appropriately.
Okay, who wrote this?
This is really this is good, Rick.
Make sure your clothes are cleaned and pressed. As a true sign of consideration, dress one notch up.
What are we,
So what are
Warden
you
June
wearing?
I was going to
Cleaver?
say, is this 1954?
Put your
What year?
bow, put a
Ozzy
bow
and
in your
Harriet?
hair. When your husband comes home from work, you put a bow in your hair and make
Pumps.
make
No, you're
sure
right.
that there's no
Right.
noise.
And a
Right,
nice
right.
pleated dress,
Yeah.
all ironed
Yeah.
up.
When the meal's on the table, I want you looking good. when you're serving that
All
to
right.
us.
Oh my God.
Wait, Kathy, I'm giving
My
you
wife
the
will be
knife
walking
back.
around with one of these. Get it yourself.
Oh,
My wife would be
did
walking
you-
around with
did
one of those
you-
knives. Of
Did you really write this arrive on time?
course I wrote that's very important.
How else could he walk in fashionably late?
I can't.
I want anyone else to
can't.
arrive
You're
on
right, I
time.
can't.
I can't even.
I want.
Oh my God! It seems like you were drinking before you wrote this.
You gotta arrive on time.
Oh my
Why
God.
is that so bold?
So don't show up with uninvited guests.
yeah.
Oh, the +1.
Oh,
If
yeah.
there's no plus.
Can I tell you about parties we have in my Rockport place? The whole
Oh
family.
no! Don't talk about that girl.
All right. I won't. Talk
Oh, what? You
about
think 6 people are coming and you get 50?
20.
No, I think 30 people coming, and there's 31 there. This 31 keeps showing up. I don't know.
Oh, because you had the table set for 30 and it threw you off.
That's number 12 or something.
No, that's.
No, it's not.
Oh my God!
Oh,
Fred!
no, Kathy. I'm not coming to your house.
Never have more than one cocktail before dinner. Like in what planet?
I'm out.
I'm out too.
I'm out.
They're going to have a lot of turkey at his
I have
house.
a lot of. I have cocktails before I even start the cooking the turkey.
I have a Bloody Mary to get out of bed.
I know. I run a road race and I have a couple beers afterwards.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
Look at number 7. I'm almost at the point where. Go ahead, read number 7.
Wait for the eldest adult. What, to die or to show up?
To take seats.
To take seats.
Oh.
And I'm worried because the group above me, my mother-in-law, well, she's still living, but all that whole tier is gone. I think I'm dropping
How
down.
boring is it going to be this year?
Sounds like lasagna.
So they're going to be waiting for you to show up.
So I'm going to be the eldest soon. So no one can sit down until I
And really,
sit.
and God knows when you'll show up. They'll all be standing around till 11 o'clock.
Hi, Rick.
Nice.
Hey, Rick, are you coming home? Hi, Rick. Are you coming home? Hey, Rick. The turkey's on the table.
Remember that
Hi,
wedding?
Rick.
Yeah.
He'll be at Giggles
You're
with
like
Tony
me. They
V.
used to always have me bring the appetizer, you know.
They don't
And
want
I
me
would
to
be
sit
the
on-
last one there, and they go, "You should stop bringing dessert."
They don't ask me to bring either one. Right. Exactly.
All right. So after being seated, this must
No, this
be-
is important.
Wait, can I just warn the audience? There's 2 pages. This goes to 20, and it ends with "Say thank you."
No, don't
So,
spoil
I'm
it
just
for us.
trying to give you the spoiler in case you have another
Other
life
things to
live.
do.
No bathroom break or anything.
So Rick thinks you should simply unfold your napkin discreetly under the table and place
No,
it
that's
in your
true.
lap.
Oh, you don't do that.
Ed Sullivan, am I right about that? There's a way to unfold your napkin.
Discreetly?
Yes.
It's a weird
You're not
word.
supposed to go like, whoosh, right?
Well,
And Rick
saw the
sits there
face.
and he goes like this.
I saw that face.
I haven't had a napkin in
Looks
12
like Curly
years.
on the Three
They
Stooges.
still have me at the kids' table.
Yeah. Well deserved.
You know how you're supposed to have all different colors at your meals, greens and orange? I have white. I have turkey, mashed
Pasta.
potatoes, and a roll.
The beige meal.
It's all beige meal.
Like the Irish. Boil me some
That's
meat,
right, that's
boil
right.
me a potato.
So, all right. So now Rick thinks you should sit up straight.
Right.
Avoid
You
slouching,
do that.
leaning, or putting your elbows on the table.
Right.
That's me.
Right. Look at you with your elbow.
But I'm comfortable.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Next.
Oh, I think this is important.
It is important.
Because if you can't do this, you got a serious problem. You probably should put your cell phone away at the dinner table.
Yeah, that. I like that
That's
like
rude.
every day. My family will say I'm the worst offender, but I do think it's
Really?
good. Well,
I'm shocked by
Well,
that.
listen, I have been out.
sometimes I'm at the table. My phone is like on a counter. I put it away, but I hear it dinging,
And you can't
I'm
stand
like
it.
this.
You need a watch.
true.
You need a
I-
watch.
I-
so
that
you
is-
can see
That is a
who's-
true psychological
I
phenomenon.
literally.
People can't. How long can you go without looking at your phone? Seriously.
It's not good.
No, you can't. It can't be 5 minutes.
No answer.
Kathy,
Oh.
you can't last.
No,
5 minutes.
like Thanksgiving, I probably will put my phone away when I get home from the road race and won't take it out until.
Yeah, a holiday.
No,
Because I
sir.
feel like my client.
Yes.
There are certain days they're not gonna be looking for me.
Right.
So
When?
a holiday, I'm better than just a regular Tuesday at dinner.
Well,
But like
Tuesday
a holiday,
at
you
dinner.
figure they're quiet. I'm quiet. Everybody's stepping away.
So, but I was out to eat a couple weeks ago, and I was with my daughter, and we were sitting there, and all 4 people at the next table were all just staring at their phones,
that makes me
staring
sick.
at the phones. That makes me sick because
yeah.
if you only have 2 extra hours in a day to spend with your family or your friends that you care about, what are you telling them that this is more important than the people that are sitting right in front of you?
Exactly
Electric car starters are on sale at Best Buy.
You
I
know,
haven't seen you in a week. You're my kid.
if you're hanging out like at a bar or a restaurant and it's a long and you both agree you've already talked everything out and you're kind of sitting there just kind of relaxing on the internet, it's a little bit different. But to have 4 people out to dinner, texting, or if you're out with a friend you haven't seen in a while, and then you just keep pulling out your phone, the message you're sending to that person is, you're actually not that important to me.
As compared to this stupid junk I'm looking at.
Yeah, the people that are texting me are more important to me.
Right.
So
Why didn't you all just stay home and have 4 separate dinners and text each other?
Right.
What'd you go out for?
Right. So that's a good one. That's pretty much the only one I think is
I wonder
worthy on this list.
wonder if our kids would feel the same way about this than we do.
Oh.
No.
They wouldn't.
No. You ever see them? They're sitting in a room on the couch. The TV's on.
Right.
Oh my God! And they're texting each other
across the room.
Why can they answer a text but not the phone call?
Right. My kids do that all the time.
Oh, because
That's
truthfully, I don't think they know how to speak as well as because they've grown up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This way.
Or then they text me and go, "What's up? What's up?" Is I just tried to call you.
I got to say one thing though that did work. You don't have to go to a bar anymore and talk to a woman. You just do that swipe left, swipe right.
Have you been doing that?
No. But I'm saying it cuts out all that dating. You just get right to it. There's no, lobster and a steak. And
right.
No,
you don't
it's
have to
just
work for it
swipe
anymore?
right.
Is that what you're saying?
Rick, I think you were with me and a couple of us friends out one night a while back, and our single realtor friend that we all kind of lived through.
Yep.
He was texting.
Yeah.
And I said to him, "What are you doing?" I said, "We're all here. We're all laughing, having a drink." He says, "Oh, I'm talking to her across the..."
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, how about you get up, and go? So that really does happen, even with mature
How about when
men.
those 2 girls came out? I've never seen you blush so much as those 2.
Oh my God! I was wishing they would text that day.
He's texting. Please text me.
Yeah, but that was the same night you had said I'm just gonna have one. I have to go. I have 10 minutes, and they were vacuuming around us, flashing the lights. And we're like, Rick, we might have to go now.
You might want to put down your 10th drink.
But we did come across these funny people that we thought we were on a sitcom. Like Rick's like, are there cameras here? This can't be happening.
Oh, yeah.
One of those nights.
The conversation.
Dave, it wasn't even a night. It was like an afternoon.
It started in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another show, people. That one you want to tune into.
We used to have this title insurance company that would invite us out at 2 o'clock, and we said, all right.
No, they'd invite us out for lunch at 12.
At 12, we said, we got to go back to work. It's like 3:30 now.
No, but they used to drag it out, have
Drag it out,
appetizers
that's my point.
and
All right.
salads. And
We get back to the office around 6 o'clock. We're trying to collect our thoughts for the day that we've lost. And they said, we're still here. Can you come back in? It's 6 o'clock now. Yeah. The good old days.
The good old days.
The good old days. You never went to the World Trade Center parties they used to have, huh?
No, I had trouble getting out of the 80s. It was a very degenerate era.
Right?
I'm just starting to get that side of my head back in my brain.
That's why we love you, Bob.
When I think of myself, the 80s, Route 1, I'm like, it's all like, I don't even like to drive on Route 1 now in the day on a Sunday. Yeah. Then I would leave somewhere, get on Route 1,
go
one
from
eye
0 to
closed.
60, yeah.
Sometimes going south on the northbound side.
Well, not that
when
bad,
you
but
come out of Kowloon, you go, I gotta take a left. I got to go to Revere.
When you see the dinosaur, turn around.
Oh, yeah. Oh, a friend of mine did that once, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Wrong way. How about the Don Gavin joke? The wife calls up and says, wife calls the husband and says, be careful, there's one guy driving the wrong way on 128. The husband says to the wife, one, there's about 99.
Speaking of olives,
yeah,
there you go.
We have a driver.
Yeah, we do. We have
a driver now. So, what do you got? We're almost got through this.
Well-
This is the first list we've almost ever got through.
Yeah, but Rick, I have a question.
Yes.
What's the etiquette around football? Can I watch it if I'm at somebody else's house?
We'll get there.
I
Is
think
it
you
in
can,
there?
but these Kathy keeps saying these are my rules. None of these are my rules. So yes, absolutely.
Right, because he's already broken number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
All right, keep going then. You're
All
doing
right.
well.
Then wait. Do not begin the meal until everyone at the table has been served theirs and until the host or hostess has taken his or her
I always
first
break
bite.
that rule. I have to sample. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Nobody waits. I
Usually
think,
off the counter, out of the pan.
yeah, with your fingers
That's the
when no
best
one's
part.
looking. Right.
Oh, I got a good
you.
one. Wait a minute. I got one. This family member is no longer with us, but like I said, people start drinking early.
What? They broke the number.
The mashed potatoes, you know the big serving spoon?
Yeah.
Sure do.
She actually was eating with it. Oh. And I'm, past this, and I look at everybody's face, and everybody's horrified. And I look down, and there's one of my relatives eating with the serving spoon.
Oh, my.
Was she
And I'm
out-
like,
was
I
she
hope
out
you got
there?
potatoes already. She was just eating with it
Did
off her
she
own
not?
plate.
No, did she
No,
not?
she was a little primed.
How about your daughter called how to cut a big
Yeah, my daughter, kids leave home later now, and then they come back with their kids. But,
And the dog.
yeah,
And
but
the
when
husband.
She had called her first Thanksgiving, and she says to my wife, it's about 9:30 in the morning, and she goes, Ma, how long do I microwave a 20-pound turkey?
She's serious.
And
Yeah.
my wife just turns around, she goes, she wants to know how long she should microwave a 20-pound turkey. And I'm just sitting there thinking, watching her throw a shoulder into it, like trying to pack it in like Play-Doh or something. And then before my wife could answer, she just looks at me and she goes, how were you going to make gravy? I go, your mind went to gravy? She's going to microwave a turkey.
Were you guys going there that day for Thanksgiving?
Not anymore.
Yeah. Oh, we had another one when Jean's mother, she'd like to drink early in the morning on the holidays, and we're sitting there, and Father says, Jesus, when'd you put that in? Like 9:30. Well, it should have been done an hour ago. They open it up. She didn't turn the oven on.
No.
So that was Chinese food.
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
yeah. Thank God
It was
the
like we could
Chinese
either eat at
food.
7 o'clock tonight or we're going to have Chinese.
Right. All right, let's see. Never
You jumped over 12.
I know. Never blow on your food.
There's a lot of conversation. Don't touch that one.
Yeah.
Just let that one go.
What if it's hot?
Pass food to the right. We always pass to the left.
Do you?
Yep. It's just the way my table's set up.
Oh, you guys are brutal. I've never passed it. You just go get your food.
We pass.
No, if you think about it, that's how things go down the drain. Everything goes. If
So-
you go
so-
right, you're in Australia.
If I'm
Everything
at
goes
the head of the
other way.
table, which I'm not, but if I am, we go this way around. So that's left.
Well,
So you go
I might be
clockwise.
We'll go, clockwise. Because the stew's usually at the head of the table, and it goes that way.
Huh.
So
I think I'm with you there.
Yeah.
I'm going to change it tomorrow.
Okay.
all
Or
right.
Thursday.
All right.
I'm not. Hold your glass properly.
All right, let's
Tumbler
try.
glasses are to be held near the bottom. Stem glasses are to be held by the stem.
By the stem.
What about,
Yeah,
what about the baby finger?
Yeah. Do you guys know why they're supposed to be held by the stem?
I do.
No.
Why?
So that you don't change the temperature of your drink.
Exactly.
Yes.
You are a true
Beverage.
vodka kind of-
Alcoholic.
I was trying not to call him that.
I appreciate that, Kathy.
Let's see. Avoid discussing. This is never happens in my house. It
Painful
inevitably.
family subjects.
Avoid discussing.
Rick and Bob, you know Kathy. Imagine her and her 5 clone family members all around the
4.
type A personalities, and then they don't talk politics.
No, it doesn't say politics.
It says controversial.
Family or painful family subjects.
Well, painful family subjects is when you turn into a screaming liberal in 1 year. After you've pretty much paid for college.
Right.
Paid to have her go to a liberal college and learn all this stuff.
Right.
So,
I find that you bring up politics at Thanksgiving and you spend less money on Christmas presents.
exactly.
Good
Yes,
point.
Right.
Yes.
17.
Stay at the table. When you have finished your meal, don't push your plate or chair away from the table. Be patient.
Oh no!
I don't
The
sit
game's
at the table.
on. You got to go watch the game. Got to get a good
Back to
seat.
Ed
See, that's
Sullivan's
what. Can I
point.
tell you guys what aggravates me the most is when you spend all this time.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Making this dinner, and you're the last one to sit. You really haven't sat down and had a cocktail. You haven't had any appetizers, and I hate when people shove the food.
12 minutes later, they're all gone.
And they're all gone.
I will notice that too. You take 4 days to shop, cook, set
Clean.
the table. Not me, but the family or my wife. You eat in 5 minutes.
And then everybody takes their plate and brings it into the kitchen, and I'm like, no, sit. I want it so I won't move. I will sit at the table, and if someone goes to clear the plates, because usually when you clear the plate, it's time to get up. I said, leave the plates, because I wanted to sit and relax after.
And see your family.
And
or
talk to everyone.
Right.
So I always make everyone come back if they take their plate to the kitchen. I always just say, no, you sit. I'll bring them to the kitchen and I'll be right back.
But is that when your daughter says, Ma, text me, I'll be in the kitchen. You need anything?
No,
Shoot me a quick text.
Honestly, some of our funnest times is sitting around our dining room table after all the meals.
Smoking your pot, having your martinis.
Doing your edibles.
Wait, did you
Firing
hear
down some
the
Gumby
new
beers?
thing? There's a gravy out with that.
With the Gumby beer?
CBD.
Yeah.
Nice.
Gummy beer gravy.
It says how to get your company to chill at Thanksgiving. Really? Imagine?
We know how to get them to chill.
Well, I can see somebody's grandmother. This gravy, delicious. You
got any Grateful Dead?
Oh my God!
You guys are wicked.
And then they're looking for Doritos. It's just not a good situation.
I have pie.
You cook a whole meal, and then they're looking for chips. Really, that's
You're 3
insulting.
away.
Really.
All right, I'm 3 away.
All right.
Offer to help with the cleanup. Sometimes I don't like everyone to help, but I like one person to help me. Maybe, you know what I mean,
Because you want to put stuff where you put it. And
Right.
All this. Yeah.
Right.
Who's the one person though? The short
My
straw?
mother. My mother usually helps me.
You're
but
like my ex-brother-in-law said to me once, I don't want you to help me clean up. I go, why is that? He goes, because he was very thrifty. He goes, you're going to use too much water on this.
No. Wow.
Might have been the soap.
No,
What?
that's
What?
not why I do it.
No, this is why he did it.
Oh.
So that's
Wow.
why. That's why.
Because I know what can go in the dishwasher and what
I know.
can't.
See, he
and-
should have started drinking early. Then you could have got him out by 1 o'clock.
Right.
Monica
Goes a little
down.
bit.
All right,
Yeah.
don't overstay your welcome. Pay attention to cues and hints when the hostess is passed out on
There we go.
on the couch snoring. That may be your tip to exit.
We call that the Black Russian blackout.
I don't want to read into things, but it might be time to go.
No, I want to say one more thing. Oh, I thought you meant to go. I know, I've been drinking a little bit. But
No.
one time, the Jacobson family got into, what's that stuff called? Fireball? Yeah, it wasn't pretty.
I think the Pilgrims had that. So that I can see the connection.
So my sister-in-law is passed out on the porch, and her friend's getting sick in the lobby or the foyer. We have left. She texts everybody about 11:30 that night, and she goes, "Hey, where did everyone go?"
Wow.
So that was great. My sister-in-law will remain nameless. All right, the last one is say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless us, everyone.
Cheers to all our family and friends.
Yes.
This is a great family addition
Another
to a
year.
real estate house party.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. There.
Thank you.
Kathleen?
Kathy
Cheers.
Holtshouser, you going to stay with us for another year?
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet.
Nothing in writing?
Nothing in writing.
Nothing in writing, nothing
Kathy.
verbal.
After the 6-month vacation, get back to him.
Yeah.
Let him know.
We wish you a happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Drive
happy
safe.
Thanksgiving.
Yes,
Thanksgiving,
Thank you,
everybody.
guys.
Coming in today.
Happy holidays,
Happy
everyone.
holidays. Be safe.
I got to finish up my drink.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.